In Your Health Matters tonight, patients with chronic wounds constantly suffer from pain, and they really have a hard time getting around. It gets worse each day that wound is open.
But as 7 and 4's Holly Baker shows us, the Advanced Wound Center in Traverse City is bringing cutting-edge therapies together so patients can finally start healing.
After losing toes to a spreading infection, Dan Birchfield was left with a wound that needed some extra care. Munson's Advanced Wound Center in Traverse City has combined with traditional care to offer more options in one location for patients dealing with complex wounds. Now Dan is healing through hyperbaric oxygen treatment, just one of the many services offered at the Wound Center.
It's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's like an MRI tube, but you have the clear plastic surrounding you, so you don't have the claustrophobic feeling.
Dr. Mark Krakow is the director of the Hyperbaric Center at Munson and sees lots of people affected by ongoing, non-healing wounds.
These are chronic wounds that typically don't heal 6 months, a year, 2 years.
He says patients with diabetes are more vulnerable to these kinds of wounds, but they affect millions of people each year. After being referred by a doctor, a patient can receive this high-pressure oxygen therapy at the Wound Center in one of their 3 chambers.
What we do is we pressurize the tank, similar to if you would go scuba diving, down to about 33 feet. And what that does is it makes the oxygen go into the tissues, and it really helps the wound heal significantly quicker. Helps the bone, helps the tissue, helps the wound.
For most patients, therapy is 6 weeks long, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week.
They got TVs, so you can watch the TV, and it's just take a nap for 2 hours or watch TV for 2 hours.
And soon, wounds that failed to heal begin to finally improve.
I started to see great improvement in these patients. It's just amazing to see how they have improved after 3-4 years of regular conventional therapy for wounds when they didn't heal.
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, if I wouldn't have this treatment, I don't know how long it would take me to heal.
Dr. Krakow says this treatment not only helps healing, but it can also prevent a patient from needing an amputation later.
These chronic wounds can be very debilitating, but with hyperbaric oxygen as a possible treatment, there seems to be a better quality of lifestyle after you use the treatment.
And in addition to fishing and golfing again, Dan has some bigger, long-term goals.
My wife had next 50 years engraved in my wedding ring. I want to give her at least 40 of them.
In Traverse City, Holly Baker, 7 and 4 News.
For more information on Munson's Advanced Wound Center or hyperbaric oxygen treatment, just log on to our website, UpNorthLive.com, and click on the Your Health Matters tab at the top of the page.